What's going on, boys? It's your boy Max, back again with another video. I had someone in my DMs ask me, what do I think about long distance relationships? So I want to get into it right here. Long distance relationships are a waste of time, in my opinion, right? You might have your opinion. From what I've seen, you should not get into a long distance relationship. And when a guy is willing to settle for a long distance relationship, and notice I said settle because that's what you're doing. Because if you truly had an abundance of dating options, you wouldn't be down to do long distance, right? Different states, no way, right? What's the point? And when I say an abundance of options, I don't just mean, women that you can sleep with, women that you can date. That's important too. But if you're in a relationship with a woman, I take it's because she has other qualities than just her looks, just her beauty, just, what she got in between her legs. You're probably in a relationship with her because, she's feminine, she's nurturing, she's caring, she has certain good qualities about her. And that's why you're in a committed relationship. At least that's why I hope you are. But that's a different story. But so you may say, oh, listen, my girlfriend, she's such a good girl. I might make her my wife one day. She has all these green flags, no red flags. And so why wouldn't I do long distance? Well, here's the thing, bro. That's scarcity in of itself, because there are other women out there in your vicinity who are also feminine, who also have green flags, who don't have any red flags, as you say, right? That's scarcity. Just because you can attract multiple women, that doesn't mean that you're attracting all feminine women, right? Or all women of the standard that you have to make a woman your girlfriend, right? And if you think that there are no other women like that, then that means that you fall into the fallacy of thinking that this girl is the one, right? She's the one, like the one, your soulmate, the one that's meant for you. And that, I don't believe in the one. Quite frankly, I don't believe in the one. I believe that, sure, if you're destined to wife someone, if you're destined to be in a marriage, there's one woman who is going to end up being your wife, right? Obviously. But she's going to be your wife regardless of what decision you make, right? That's just fate, as you say it. You can't control fate, right? So if you're trying to control the situation and you're trying to keep yourself in this relationship with this woman who lives in a different state, just because you think that she's the one, well then you're trying to play God, basically. You're trying to play nature. You're trying to play the universe. You understand? Because it's not in your control if she really was the one, right? But that's a deep topic. You understand? But why exactly do I have such a problem with long distance relationships? Well, for a multitude of reasons. Number one, let's get started with women who prefer to do long distance. If she is okay with living in a different state as you, and I'm talking, this is a girlfriend who you've been with for years, that's a red flag. Because, guys, if you truly have a woman who's obsessed with you, she can't go more than a few days without seeing you. Like all the relationships I've been in, all the women I've dated for a long time, they're all obsessed to the point where it literally gets annoying because they want to see me all the time, right? Obviously, I don't see them. I might see them once, twice a week. That's about it, right? Because I got shit going on. But they would hit me up every single day, try to see me. And so if a woman is literally okay with being in a whole nother state, not seeing you for weeks, sometimes months, right? Some of you guys don't see your girl for months. If she's okay with that, that's a red flag. Because your woman should be so obsessed with you that time apart from you is like a knife in the chest for her, right? It's just simple as that. And women are emotional creatures. I always say this, they're emotional creatures. They need to be stimulated emotionally. And this ideally needs to be done in person, right? Obviously, you guys should value your non-sexual attention, limit the amount of texts you give this girl, limit the amount of FaceTimes, phone calls. I don't really do any of that, right? Even if I'm in a relationship. You want to see me? Cool. We can hang out in person. And then she actually looks forward to every single time you guys are together because she's literally been waiting on this moment, right? She's waiting to get her emotions stimulated, her brain stimulated by you. But obviously, if she's in a different state, you guys are doing long distance, then you can't really stimulate her emotions the same way. This means that you're either texting her all the time, FaceTiming her all the time, and if you're not doing that, well, guess what? Then she's getting that sort of effect, that stimulation from somebody else. That's just the cold hard truth, bro. There's somebody in her hometown, whether it's in her school, in her neighborhood, at her job, you feel me, the work husbands, somebody is stimulating her emotions. And she may not be straight off cheating on you with him, but as soon as she feels like she can't do the long distance things, as soon as she feels like she needs that, and you're just not there, the guy who stimulated her emotions will be. And I've literally heard girls say that, oh, since we're doing long distance, since my man is in a different state, it doesn't count as cheating, which is absurd, right? It's absurd. And this video isn't directly to the guy who asked me the message because me and him had a conversation, right? I know his situation, right? And he's got it handled. But this message is for everybody else who's doing long distance or who's thinking about doing long distance. Bro, chances are you're doing it out of scarcity. Why not just find a woman who is in your hometown, who is no more than an hour away from you, right? 2 hours maximum, right? Why not just do that? Is it because you can't attract them? It's because you can't attract them. That's why. That's why you're willing to settle for long distance, right? If she was truly as feminine as you think she is, she would literally drop everything and move to your city. Straight up, just like that. Guys, women will flip the world around for the man that they are in love with, for the man that they're obsessed with. They would literally leave their family and friends for you. And I know because I've had women do this to me, for me, right? You don't even have to ask them to do it. They would literally want to do it, right? And I'm not saying you should ask them to do it. You shouldn't. You shouldn't ask them to do it. It should be on them. It should be their choice to make that decision. It should always be their decision. Or else she's going to come back and she's going to blame you for it. Say, oh yeah, I left my family, I left my friends for you, right? And you don't want that. And so if she's not willing to drop everything, move to your city, well then why are you still in a relationship with her, right? Why? There's literally no point. You could be spending that time having a girlfriend in your city. And if she really is the one, then you guys will make return to each other eventually, right? You guys are gonna meet somewhere, somehow, right? If you truly think she's the one. You understand? But it's simply because you can't attract women that you truly are attracted to, physically and emotionally. That's just the facts. So let's talk about it. How can you actually become attractive and have an abundance of options? Not just options that you think look good, not just options of women that want to sleep with you, not just options of women that want to use you for a meal ticket, but options of high quality, high interest women who are willing to follow your program, who are willing to cook for you, who are willing to send you good night texts if that's what you want, right? Who are willing to give you a massage, whatever it is that you anticipate your dream woman to be, whatever standards you hold her to. And you should have standards. You should have some sort of, criteria that you want these women to have. Whatever it is, you should have an abundance of women like that. Now, I'm not saying that there are a lot of women who, have really good qualities, especially in this day and age, right? But I am saying that there are women like that out there. And if you are that guy, they will be that woman for you. They may not even be that woman for another guy, but they will be that woman for you. All because you're that guy. So how do you become that guy? Number one, self-respect. If you don't respect yourself, this is how you become it. This is how you settle for long distance. If you don't respect yourself. If you truly respected your time, your energy, right, your commitment, your loyalty, you wouldn't do long distance. Straight up, you wouldn't, right? You skip the gym. You don't go as hard when you do go. When you do go, you're just chatting with your friends. You're on your phone. You're watching the news. Self-respect. You lack self-respect. You work your job Monday through Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday, when you know you should be working on that business that you have, you choose to go out, choose to drink at the bar. You lose self-respect. When you wake up in the morning, you go straight on your phone, or you straight up turn the TV on. You reach for the coffee cup instead of having a morning routine that keeps you dialed in, that starts you off with a day of action. You lack self-respect, right? When women flake on you, you double text them, you triple text them, right? You just lack self-respect. You take your ex back, you lack self-respect. You let people walk all over you, you lack self-respect. Oh, you can handle a team at work, but you can't even handle that woman that you're talking to because you lack self-respect. How do you build self-respect? Well, self-respect is built by doing everything that you said that you would do. You said you're going to get in the best shape of your life. Bro, it's 2026, about to be in a few days. What have you done in 2025? Oh, you hit the gym Monday, Tuesday, skipped Wednesday, skipped Thursday, skipped Friday. Then the weekend, skipped that. Oh, it started again on Monday. Bro, how much longer are you going to be in that cycle, right? Just going 1 month consistent, tracking your days, tracking your calories, and then you fall off for another month or two. Oh, and then it's the summertime, and then you gotta go to the Hamptons with your boys, right? Like, how much longer are you just gonna keep breaking those promises? Every year you say you're gonna get in the best shape of your life. And even if you are in great shape, what else are you lacking? You said you're gonna work on that business. You said you finally wanna quit your 9 to 5. And yet, when you come home from your 9 to 5, instead of working on the business, instead of putting in that overtime, what do? You scroll on the phone, you scroll on TikTok, you engage in politics, right? You text, you chase these women. Yeah? That's what you do. Well, then that's why you lack self-respect, right? You told yourself you're going to stop drinking, and then every single time you get around those dumbass friends of yours, oh, take a shot, just take a shot. You work so hard. And you take 1 shot, you take 2 shots turns into 4 shots, 4 shots turns into 6 shots, and then you black out. And then you wake up the next morning feeling like shit, and then you just ruined the next morning. And then it just compounds. And then it's Monday, and you start off the week on a bad foot. In order to conquer the year, you need to conquer the day first. Because days turn into weeks, weeks turn into months, months turn into years, and years turn into decades. Some of you guys have literally been the same self-sabotaging cycle for the past 20 years. I spoke to this guy, 45 years old, out of shape, with a family, has been in the cycle of self-sabotage literally for the past 20 years, he told me. Addicted to porn, out of shape, still can't get in the best shape of his life, right? Is that really what you want? Ask yourself. Because life is a serious thing. You understand? That I don't care how old you are. Life goes by like this. I'm about to be 24 years old in 2 days, actually. 2 days I'm gonna be 24, and I feel so behind. So behind. And I've achieved some things in my life, right? I've achieved some things in my life. I got a great physique. I'm making okay money, right? I have abundance of dating options, but I still feel like I'm so behind. And everyone keeps telling me, yo, bro, you're young. Ever since I was 18, bro, people have been telling me, oh, you're young. You have this sort of mindset. You're going to be, by the time you're my age, you're going to be so much farther. Like, bro, yeah, I better be farther. I better be, right? One of my mentors is literally 21 years old. Multi-millionaire. Drives a Ferrari, right? Cool dude. 21 years old. You understand? It's a new age in time, guys. And, while you should be proud of the progress you made, you gotta understand that if you're an ambitious man, that shit is not enough. Never feel like you have time. Never feel like, oh, you're young. Never feel like you're ahead of the pack, because you're not. Because there's someone in your position, someone younger than you, that's way ahead of you in some sort of aspect of life. Maybe you're making a lot of money, but there's someone that's younger than you or older than you that still has a great physique, that still has the dating options that they want, right? There's something that someone in your position has that you lack, right? So stop focusing on what you have. Everyone's gonna tell you, oh, just appreciate what you have, be grateful. Yes, gratitude is important. Thank God every single morning that you have what you do have. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't work for more. That doesn't mean you shouldn't be hungry for more, right? It's called self-improvement for a reason. It's called personal development for a reason. You don't want to stay on the same level. Or do you? Are you okay with making 6 figures a year, 7 figures a year, still having to chase women after all that work you put in? Still having to, spend all that time, all that energy, all your resources on women just because you haven't mastered your image, just because you haven't gotten into great shape, just because you haven't learned how to take nice pictures and optimize dating profiles, learn how to make cold approach a part of your lifestyle, right? Have women literally come to you because you fixed up your grooming, you got in great shape, and you know how to present it well with the clothes that you wear. Like, are you really okay with that? Because if you are, then this channel is not for you. But if you're not, if you know deep down that you have so much more to you and you're hungry for more, then go get that shit. Stop waiting on 2026. What is that? Just another number. Every single day is a new year. Every single day is Monday. And I'm not just saying this to be on some motivational timing. This is really how I act every single fucking day. I have a whiteboard right here to the left, right? You guys seen it in my other videos. On the other side of that whiteboard, I have my inputs for the month, how much money I'm trying to make. I have all the things that I need to do to make that amount of money. And then I have the Lamborghini that I'm gonna get, and I have the YouTube plaque right there on the whiteboard. Every single morning I wake up at 5:30 a.m. I stare at that fucking whiteboard. I look at the inputs that I put in. I look at the outputs that I'm striving to achieve, and it pushes me to go. It pushes me to wake up. It pushes me to go harder every single fucking day. You understand? And when I do those inputs that are on the whiteboard, even if I don't have the Lamborghini tomorrow, even if I'm not making 100K tomorrow or next month or in 6 months, I know that if I keep doing those inputs on the board, not only will I get the output eventually, but most importantly, my self-respect will always be high. I'll always have that. And I know I'm gonna get those outputs, but let's just say I don't. Let's just say in some magical world, I don't get what I'm working for. Guess what? I'll still die with my self-respect. I'll still die knowing that I did everything every single fucking day, everything that I was supposed to do to achieve it. I'd rather die knowing that I gave it my all, rather than die knowing that, fuck, I really could have went harder. I really could have. I really could have posted more videos. I really could have built more resources for my clients. I really could have spent more time working on that course, spent more time making those videos, right? I'd rather die knowing that I did all that shit and still didn't get it than die knowing that I could have done more. But some of you guys, you just don't have that same mindset. And that's why you lack self-respect. That's why you're willing to settle for these long distance relationships. That's why you're willing to settle for everything else in your life, right? If you're willing to settle for that, right? Not seeing your girl for months, not being able to sleep with her, right? Being loyal to someone who you literally have no idea what they're doing, right? In their hometown. What else are you settling for? What else? Are you settling for the job you have? Are you settling for your employees treating you like shit? Are you settling for women ghosting you, flaking on you, and then trying to reschedule and then flaking on you again? Women using you for meal tickets? What is it? Bad friends who just try to use you as an opportunity, any chance they can get, and bringing no value to your life? What else are you settling for? Because there's a pattern. There's always a pattern. Because how you do anything is how you do everything. Just keep that in mind. How you do anything is how you do everything. So if you're willing to settle for something in your life, chances are, very high chances are, that you are settling for other things in life as well. And if you made it this far to the video, I don't think you want to be that guy. I don't think you want to be that guy that just settles. You understand? So lock the fuck in. This is your side, right? This is no longer about long distance relationships. This is your fucking side to become the best version of yourself in 2026. The version that's jacked. The version that has high testosterone. The version that doesn't spend fucking 5 hours inside the gym. Gets in the gym, does his job, gets out, focuses on his business, is sharp, right? Eats in a way that makes him sharp, clear, right? Presents himself in a way that is attractive, knows how to speak to women, knows how to carry the conversation, knows how to have a dating life on autopilot. Isn't that what you want? Well, this is your fucking side to go after it. Right? I'm going after everything I want 2026. I've been going after it all fucking year 2025. And I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep digging. You guys will see. Every single day, I'm dedicating every ounce of effort towards this business, towards helping you guys become the best version of yourself, towards helping you guys get into the best shape of your life, towards helping you guys optimize your online image, reclaim your masculine edge, become the man that you know that you were destined to be, that can walk into a room, get respect instantly, carries himself with that respect, and can attract any woman that he wants. That's my purpose. That's why I'm making this video every single day. So follow me, right? Follow me on this journey and start a journey of your own, right? Get on that. Don't just watch more videos. Make this the last video you watch today and just take this as a side. Yo, I gotta hit the gym. I gotta fix up my meal plan, right? I gotta take nicer photos for the dating apps. I gotta optimize my profile. I gotta start going on more dates. I gotta lock in the systems so I can just sit back, focus on what truly matters in my life, and have women come to me, have opportunities come to me, because opportunities present themselves to those that present themselves. So if your presentation is shit, good luck. If you're fat and sloppy and you can't dress, good luck. Good luck getting networking opportunities. Good luck getting women to like you. Good luck, right? And if you want my help, helping you step by step with this process, the same way that I do for each and every single one of my clients inside of my mentorship, guiding you, helping you get in the best shape of your life, and then once you're in the best shape, we help you present this on online dating apps and in person. So you literally have leads, high interest and attractive women come to you. So you don't have to do long distance. You don't have to settle for that shit. You don't have to settle for women who try to ghost you, who try to use you for meal tickets. If you want my help creating a system for you to get this done and to become that version of yourself that you know you have the potential to be in 2026, then click the link in the bio, in the description, to book a one-on-one call with me. It's just a qualification call. See if you're a good fit for my program. I'm going to talk about your situation, where you're at in life right now, and whether it makes sense for us to work together, right? It's a free call. Just trying to figure out if I can help you. So click that link and stop waiting. Have someone that holds you accountable. Have someone to mentor you along the way. Have someone who's done what you're trying to do and help you through it. So you don't have to waste any more time because life moves quick, right? And make sure to check out my Instagram. It'll be in the description below as well because I post daily value there. Daily value on the stories, daily value on the reels. And if you found this video valuable, make sure to leave a like, subscribe. I'll see you boys in the next one. Stay dangerous.